What's up, everybody? Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer. It is Thursday, and it's right at a little bit after 12 on, just took a little break for lunch. Still reeling from the drone meetup. It was such a great event. Can't believe all the friends and friendships that were made that day. If anybody wants to jump in and join in on the chat, put the link in the chat. Hey, Hot Rod. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm just sitting here. It's raining and not much going on. And hey, I'm trying to still real coming down from that drone meetup. Such a great time. Yeah, lunch. I haven't eaten yet, though. Hey, Mendez. If anybody wants to hop in, put the link in the chat there. Just kind of goofing off today. It's been raining since I got back home, and got some bad weather coming through again. So, oh, really? Yeah, it's 85. Yeah, that'd be nice. It's getting warm, but you know, the rain is it's been raining. We had like I think we've gotten they call them between 7 and 9 inches. We've gotten about 5 inches. So, but it looks like it's going to be winding down after tonight. What Hot Rod? So you see the update to last night's discussion? No, which one? Oh yeah, I did. I will definitely check that out. Yeah, and you know, if you and two, the new little Femi Mini, they got some pictures of it, and they got actually on AliExpress. Well, of course, it's a high price right now, but I think that's going to be released on April 6th to the 8th. Yeah. Hey, Hot Rod, I'll tell you what, that was an incredible meetup, though. You know, it was man, it was a boot, and like I said the other day, you know, I was kind of, I don't say I was reluctant to go, but man, I'll tell you what, it was so good. So much fun. Yeah, I think John Coopy actually said something about that. You know, about the, you know, I think they're on that entity list, and they're gonna have trouble getting components. So I don't know if you know, that had something to do with it. But yeah, DJI, it kind of came as a shock to everybody there. Yeah, it was fun though, man. You know what? Yeah, the people. You know, you know, personally, I didn't fly a drone there at the meetup, but you know, we did fly a lot back at the hotel. But man, it was an incredible. It was an incredible event, and just meeting everybody. I think that was the biggest thing on everybody's mind. You know, was meeting everybody. Yeah, I saw that Hot Rod. Yeah, they were, and I know there's a chart that goes by, and you know, I don't know that Air 2S. You know, we might have, maybe if we could have talked Billy into showing us one. You know, I'm sure he might have had one there. I think maybe Air 2S maybe went up in Florida. Yeah, and it was fun watching those guys fly. I will say, you know, I like to watch the FPV. Hey Doc, what's up? Doc, we just goofing off. It's lunchtime. I was bored. It's raining. So, yeah, those FPV guys really can fly. I'll tell you what. You know, seeing it in person, that's the first time I really ever saw an FPV, you know, flight. So watching it on YouTube is okay, but it's definitely better seeing it in person. You know, they were going through the trees and, man, through the park benches when we at that little gazebo back out Sunday morning. And it was fun. Those guys, I tell you what, Night Train, Carlos, Mitch, they all, I tell you what, they all can really rip it. If anybody wants to pop in, welcome to. Just kind of goofing off here for lunch. Probably go back to work here in a little bit. Yeah, Hot Rod's got a question for Doc. Yeah, Doc, I'm definitely, he can answer it. There's probably two different things there. Yeah, Doc just got, I think he picked Evo 2 up from Drone Work, so I don't even know if he's flown it yet. Yes, Doc is definitely building a plane. We were talking about it at supper. Of course, I was asking him, somebody's got to test it. And of course, he said, yes, he will test it. And of course, he will test it alone. Yeah, I don't know, Doc. I wouldn't mind, say, trying the little tiny hawk or something, but it definitely looks interesting. I really, here at my house, I wouldn't have really a great a place to fly it that much, but of course I can go to a little park down the street but skydiving, no, Mendez, no. No. My daughter has jumped out of a plane, yes, when she got married on a honeymoon. They did that. Doc probably would skydive, I would think. Or he might would build a parachute. Yeah, I did do some rappelling. I was a firefighter for 7 years out of high school. And of course, since I was the littlest one, they got to hang me off the old state capitol here in Louisiana because I probably weighed about 130 pounds at the time. And yeah, so they kind of lowered me off a building there, but we did do just some rappelling. Hey, you, what's up? You was out there flying his FPV. Yeah, that's what I say, hot rod. Why jump out of a perfectly good plane? Yeah, I'm not much on small. My ex-wife worked for she was a CPA and she did some accounting for a big firm. And the guy who owns Cracker Barrel came down here to Hammond one time for a meeting, and they were going to fly back up to Nashville or something, and could have went on this. It was I said it was a small jet. It was a 6-seater, which is pretty, I guess, pretty big jet, a pretty expensive jet. And I went out to the Hammond Airport, and no, I didn't get on that thing. But I'm not too much on small planes and stuff. Michael Blade, what's up, Mike? Mike, we just goofing off. It was lunchtime. It was raining. Came home. So you want to pop on and chat? Anybody wants to pop on? We just kind of talking, coming down off the drone meet. It's still fresh in everybody's mind, and what an incredible thing it was, man. Captain Ray did something, and Brad and Maddie, they really had a great time and did a great job. Captain Ray and I was talking last night after our stream, and he just couldn't believe how that thing turned out, and he's so proud of that event. I tell you, he was thinking it'd probably be 5, 6, 7 people at the most. Some locals there, and yes, Hot Rod, I did. If anybody wants to jump in, they're welcome to. Hot Rod, you had a great time. I know you did some flying. You put the Mini 2 up too, I believe. Yeah, you had the Mini 2 up and all that wind. Yeah, I don't want to talk about hurricane season here coming up. It's because I say last year was we hope one for the records, and maybe this year we won't have any. So okay, you put up the Evo 2. Somebody put up the Mini 2 that was right there by you, right? I don't know who that was. Yeah, that Evo 2 looks like a lot of fun. I will have to admit. I mean, it looks like it could probably fly in a hurricane. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, me too, Hot Rod. And last year was incredible. I think we had five storms that hit Louisiana. What's up, Mike?
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey. Oh, nothing, man. I came home for lunch and it's raining and I was bored and I said, let me just jump on. I had so much aggravating with this damn stream last night, but I think I was talking to Doc after, and I think the more people you have on affects your, like the process of this little air book. And I had like 6 people on, and
Yeah.
so I kind of wanted to test it because I've never really had a problem, but I've never had 6 people on too popping in and out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm home today from work, but it was supposed to be like sunny and 70, and it's not sunny, but it's about 65, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, we've been having, I tell you what, for 3 days. I mean, these weather guys lately, I don't know if it's overprotected. Man, one guy on Channel 8 here, which is New Orleans, said, you could pay a possible 11 to 17 inches of rain, which, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy lately. It's kind of like overkill. They call them wolves so much that, people are just kind of say screw it lately.
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool. I never tried the StreamYard. I downloaded it. I'm on my iPad right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it works very well.
Yeah, it does. It does. I can't see the chat, but I guess I would have to go on another device, right?
Yeah, if you pull, what I do is just pull it up on my phone. But I mean, I'm sitting next door to my iPad here. But yeah, if you pull it up, that way you can see the chat.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. As long as I got good lighting, right? Yeah.
Oh, Doc's in Texas still. Okay. Yeah, it's very easy. You can put the banners up, and like I said, I never had a problem. But man, last night, it's like I don't know. Of course, I just one good thing about the stream, even if you lose your internet or something, well, the stream keeps going. So Captain Ray kind of kept it going,
Yep. Oh, that's pretty cool. I got it on my phone now. I can see the.
Yeah, you can see the chat. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm a newbie to this. Yesterday, I took out my. Well, I brought it with me. I brought the FPV drone with me down there, but I never flew it, and I was kind of intimidated with everybody down there. You know what I mean? I still flew my. Well, Carlos helped me out a lot.
Right.
He let me use his little drone. I forget what it was. It was a Tiny Hawk. It was a freestyle. That's right, the freestyle Tiny Hawk. I have the little whoop with the you could bump into stuff. He also has one of those. But he helped me out a lot with that. So, but the 5-inch, I took it out. I mean, this thing is like I built it, from scratch.
Right.
So everything worked, and I broke a bunch of props, but it still works. I just ordered a bunch more props. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, though. Let me tell you.
Well, you know what? I mean, seeing it in person now is definitely. And if you watch it on YouTube, I guess it's okay. But man, when I think Dono was going around on palm trees, and then back at Sunday morning, I went out there. Man, they were flying them things like through the trees and under the gazebo. And
in order to get that good, for me, anyways, it's just, and I think for everybody else, it's such a steep learning curve, and it's so different. With the, as you know, DJI drones, you just let go of the sticks and it'll just hover there. These you actually gotta fly them, and
night train Mike. I tell you what, that dude can rip.
He's good, right?
Yeah, he's very good. And Carlos is pretty damn good himself now.
Yep, and it all takes practice. Yeah, practice.
Yeah.
So all those guys, they were really, and that's what I love about this community. Any questions you have, there's not really a stupid question at all.
No.
Sometimes you kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't ask this or that, but I haven't had one time where someone didn't answer a question for me, no matter how stupid I think it is, but it's yeah, it's really
Well,
awesome. These
my
guys.
biggest question was always like, when do you, if you're coming up on a tree, like when do you know when to like go up? Like how? I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like it's so
Yeah.
it's so hard to see and imagine.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting with the analog, and apparently, well, the HD is the way to go. But for me right now, I'm just gonna get the GoPro. I don't have the GoPro on it yet. I'm just
Right.
practicing in a huge field I was in yesterday, so I didn't have any trees around to hit. But I hit the ground a few times, quite a few times. Well, what I got to do is learn they call throttle control, because my quad is going up and down. The left throttle stick is, you got to keep it straight, steady, and then and pitch forward. So that's the problem I'm having. I gotta
Yeah. The
do
thing,
that.
that I was very, I think Carlos, either maybe night, one of them let me hold a remote, and it's like I said, it looks like they had a sale on toggle switches.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, why do they have to have so many?
yeah. I
And
know.
they said,
I
well, you
know.
don't use a lot of them. I said, well, what the hell are they on there for?
Yeah, this here is the one. Is the one I use.
Yeah.
Now this one's got all those switches, but I only assign a couple, like just the arm and one for a beeper and one to flip over if I crash, like turtle mode. But you can use them for airplanes where they have servos, they have the flaps on the airplane, so you can use all those switches for stuff like that. And
Hey,
it's an
Eric
open,
from the Bahamas. Yeah.
yeah. So, but it is kind of different. Like I said, muscle memory. After a while, you just get used to where the buttons are, especially with the goggles on. And
Yeah.
I found myself yesterday taking the goggles off, making sure my fingers are in the right switches. I don't hit something I'm not supposed to, you know. But I'm enjoying it, I really am, and I'm determined. I got the Velocity drone on my computer, so I can use that actual um,
Yeah.
controller, plug it
Simulator
into
life.
my laptop, and use it, right? So, and it's just like it is in the field. It's the same thing. It's like real life on this Velocidrone, anyways. But
Yeah, and I would possibly
yeah,
think about getting a little tiny Hawk kit, maybe just to, just as
that's how I started with the kit. It all came in one kit. I
right.
had the goggles, and they're not the best goggles or controller or whatever, but it all binds. You don't have to do anything. It's pretty much plug and play. You just do it, and you don't have to worry about crashing. I was flying in my house when I first got it, and I'm bouncing off everything. And the little Tiny Hawk was perfect. I didn't break anything. I think the worst thing was the one of the props fell. They would fall off, and you just pop them back in. That was it.
So
They
is
didn't
is
break.
that? But they have like a tiny Hawk 2 and a
Tiny Hawk
freestyle.
2. Yeah, it's the 2 is the one you want. It's a little white one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the freestyle is something different.
Yep. The freestyle is got the let's see.
I
This
was just
is
looking on Amazon and I seen like 3 different versions of the tiny Hawk.
this one here is the one you want to get. It's the
Oh,
Tiny
okay.
Hawk 2. Now this one, the freestyle doesn't have the protect. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
sort of like a 5-inch quad, but it's sort of like this, but it's small, 3-inch. It's a little. This is a 5-inch um quad, but this one is what you want to start with. Is a Tiny Hawk 2. That's what I started with, and I loved it.
So the 5-inch, did you build that 5-inch or was that
That's
a?
the one I flew. Yes, that's the one I built. It's a Joshua Bodwell Xylo. So it
Oh,
comes all in one kit, and you actually have to solder everything together. And he made a whole series tutorial on how step by step on how to do it.
pretty
So that's
interesting.
yeah. So I didn't really have, I had to figure out how to solder, and I'm good with all that stuff anyways. So and it worked out. Everything, and then I got the multimeter. So you got to test, got to know a lot about, not a lot, but a little bit about how electronics work and voltage and all that good stuff.
Right. Yeah. See,
But
well, I don't
these
know.
days you don't have to. You can buy Find and Fly. You don't have to build it if you don't
Right.
want to. I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
I think
can
that's the biggest
buy
thing about
stuff.
that drone.
Yeah,
The
you can
true
buy them.
FPV is what they like.
You know, You know, yeah. You can just buy them already made, or you can make them yourself. Buy them in a kit, or buy them all individual
Right.
parts. And I don't
Man, I
know
got
enough about them
I
yet.
got to tell you, old Mark was a great guest last night.
What's that? Mark?
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
he is an
He's a
awesome
real
guy.
good guy. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's got a great personality. Yeah.
I don't know if you were on, but maybe did you hear me about the towel that I gave him?
No.
Well,
No.
when he come out of the water, he was freezing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my granddaughter was out there on that little beach, and we had brought a couple big beach towels because I figured she might whatever. And so I went and got the big towel, and I said, Mark, man, dry yourself. So he gives me back the towel. I said, keep the damn towel. And he goes, that's an expensive towel. He wouldn't keep my towel.
He wouldn't keep your towel.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so
You don't
you
want
talk
nothing
about
for
caring for
nothing.
other people. It's like,
Yeah.
man, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a $10 beach towel, but he
Yeah.
would not keep that towel.
No, no, he wouldn't. No. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's an awesome guy. He'll help you, and any way he can. He's just got a great personality. He's a good friend.
He does, yeah. And I
You
had
know.
I mean, I had seen him, but it's like about 10 minutes before he goes in the water, kind of shook his hand and introduced myself, of course. And it's like, then I hear somebody, when that drone hit, I said, I think I heard somebody say, well, I think I'm going to go try and get it or something. And looked up and it was him. And it's like, man, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have jumped in for a kid over there,
Yeah, I was worried about him on those rocks. They didn't look too
Yeah,
good. They look kind of sharp. I think he did cut his finger on something,
he
probably
did,
a
yeah.
rock. But yeah.
Mike Kenny,
But
welcome in.
hey, Mike. Yeah, so
Man, I
it was.
tell Mike last night. I don't know if you heard me. I'm changing my name to Mike Drone Flyer because there's too many Mikes.
There's too many
Not
of them, and it's
There's
a
Mike
popular
Kenny,
name.
Mike
Yeah,
Blade,
yeah.
Michael
That's my
Wright.
mother's fault. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had that problem all my life,
It's
especially in
like the
school.
Italian name Sam. I got about
Mm,
4 uncles named Sam.
Oh yeah, right. That's right.
So,
So
but
yeah,
it
so yeah, I had such a great time. My wife had an awesome time.
it was really, like I
Yeah,
say, I was kind of reluctant about going. Not, I don't
yeah,
say reluctant, but until I pulled the trigger, and man, I'd
yeah,
have been really aggravated if I didn't go.
yeah. You would have regretted it, right? For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah. Captain
Yeah,
Ray, I've never met him. I mean, we do the little show. He called me this morning. I mean, we talk, he texted me, he just sent me some pictures. He's on the way somewhere. He stopped at a Bucky's,
yeah,
So
yeah. You know.
I was telling him about Bucky's, but yeah,
Hmm.
he's really proud of that event. And it got so big, man. He couldn't even imagine that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I bet it was overwhelming for him too, and at the beginning with all these people just coming and feeling like you gotta entertain everybody, and it
Yeah,
just went smooth. It went
it did.
smooth,
Yeah.
and
Well, I think,
yeah,
yeah, the biggest thing was nobody, I didn't even actually fly at the darn meetup right there. Now we flew a lot
yeah,
of the hotel and stuff,
me neither.
but
Yeah, me neither.
it was
Yeah, it
fun.
was. Yeah, that's what it was about, just meeting everybody. And I flew the day before. When I went to Friday, I drove down to Fort Myers to see my dad, and I just took out the Mavic and flew that a little bit for he's
Right.
never seen a drone fly before. He was pretty amazed. But uh, yeah, for me it was, and plus the wind. If it wasn't so windy, yeah, I would have flown. But and
Yeah.
I know it would have been okay, but I just don't want a chance. It was too
Well,
expensive of a drone.
you hate to do something like really that. I mean, and
Yeah,
somebody had the Mini 2 up. I thought it was a hot rod,
I
but it was
heard it. Yeah, I heard
so
that. Well,
really they didn't have
goes to show you
that much.
those things
Yeah,
can handle it. They really can. But
yeah. Mike Kenny said the same thing. Till because I was gonna, I had a friend that wanted to ride the motorcycles over there, but then his wife, they had a couple trips to St. Lucia canceled, so she ended up booking the same weekend. So I
yeah,
taught my granddaughter. Well, she wanted to come, but I had to talk my daughter out of letting her miss 3 days of school. So,
yeah. I thought you said you were riding a motorcycle.
but we
That's
were, yeah, we were, and it
yeah,
would have been a great
yeah,
weekend for it, I can tell you. But
yeah, yeah.
Ben's my friend, I wasn't gonna ride it by myself, and I couldn't bring enough because he had
Right.
space in his tour pack.
Hmm.
Hey, Charlie, what's up? Charlie's in the house. Charlie drove all the way from New York, so
Yeah, it was good to meet Charlie. I met geez, I met everybody I wanted to meet. Guess Bob Casey. I didn't meet. I didn't know what he looked like.
Oh,
And
really?
now that I'm looking at,
All
there's
the
just so many people, and everybody was trying to talk to everybody. I guess I missed him in the crowd, and I was looking at the videos. I'm like, geez, that's Bob Casey. I wish and he had mentioned to me, I wish I would have, talked to you. And I said,
Yeah,
maybe next
he was a
time,
really. I tell you what, he kind of remind me of I say Chris Hope, but the same style, man, just friendly and
Yeah,
big
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah. Right,
He
that's
was just,
right.
man, he was incredible, and he did that flag for who was that? Jim Boyd, I think. He gave that
Yep,
flag,
yep. Yeah, and
and
I guess a lot of people want some of those.
yeah, every one of them
Maybe.
stars was a 9 millimeter mil slug, and it was
Mm.
incredible.
Well, he's going to
But
be
yeah,
busy building them.
Bob was he was fun to be around. I'll tell you what.
Now, where's
Right.
he from?
It was just great to meet everybody.
Right. Where's Bob Casey from? Texas? I think he's.
I
I
I
don't know
don't think
where he is. I don't know where he's out of though.
I don't think he was. I'm not sure. I'm really, and that's a hard look. I got a little list here. I've been kind of scratching some names down, and
Yeah.
it's like where everybody. I want to actually start a list of like email, phone numbers, and like just
Right.
everybody. Because this look when you're on the road, God forbid. I mean, it's just good to have people in different locations.
That's right. Because when I was at the hotel, I missed the dinner because we were in Orlando, so it was kind of bad planning. But when
Right.
I bought those tickets, it was back right after Christmas. I was like one of the first ones when Ray
Kentucky.
said, it was a couple of people going. So I'm in Orlando, and it was that traffic was horrible. Plus, there was an accident. By the time I got down, would have got back down
Hey,
there,
Tomas.
you guys would have been done. So, but I didn't have anybody's phone number. I had Ray's, but I didn't have Carlos. So I wanted to find out where everybody was flying. I ended up finding him on Messenger. On
Yeah,
Facebook Messenger.
I'm gonna try to start a list of and if you
good,
want
yep.
to, I mean, hey, listen, I'm a realtor. My cell number's all over so I don't. But
Yep.
I mean, some people are still funny about that. But hey,
Yep.
it's just good to have a list of everybody, and hey, if you want to message somebody or text somebody, so
Right.
I'm gonna try to start it maybe on like our Facebook page, the Fly for Fun show.
Right.
Just,
Yeah, and I thought Ken Herron was supposed to stop in, but I guess he didn't. He had car problems or something,
his
right?
car. He said his engine blew up or something.
Yeah. Oh, and that sucks. He just had a motor put in that thing, I thought, but.
Chris Hope, what's up, Chris? Chris, if you want to pop in, we just goofing off. I don't know if you're working or if you're playing hooky from work, but there's a link. We got some more heavy rain coming down.
Carlos, I see him now. I got the chats up now. I can see him. What's up, Carlos?
Carlos, pop in if you ain't doing nothing. We'll teach you how to fly a camera bird while you're not doing anything.
I kind of like this live streaming stuff. This is pretty cool. My phone keeps going down every time I got it set for something. Every time I got to keep hitting.
Chris is driving. On. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny though because I do the show, but over on this side, I mean, I hate to say it, I'm clicking these banners and I'm trying to do stuff. And Captain Ray is like, "Hey, put this up." I said, "Ray, it's a whole lot of clicking on this end over here. You don't realize it's a lot more fun being on the show."
Yeah, you got to run it all. You got to keep up with everything. I can imagine.
Yeah, and then my laptop, it was crashing last night, and I'm like wigging out.
Yeah.
And so
I was gonna try to jump on, but I was in the laundromat getting caught up, and I said this too loud. It wouldn't have worked out. Plus, I got all kinds of people around. I can't wait to have my own wash and dryer again when we get out of this place. I don't because where we're living on the 3rd floor. We're looking to buy a house, but right now it's just not a good time to buy.
No, it's not a good look. Let me tell you. I just sold our condo. We had a condo in Orange Beach, Alabama. And look, I put it for sale on a Monday at 9 o'clock. And by 12 o'clock, we had 4 offers over list price. And everybody asked me, how did I sell it? But I mean, you sometimes you have to think about something, but you know what? When you shouldn't have to think about because the prices are just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even here, when a house goes on the market, I'll tell you what, if it goes up today, it's pending by tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah. It's incredible. It's been like that.
They're way overpriced too,
Yeah. Yep.
We were thinking about building, my daughter and I was going to build like a little thing at the end of her driveway, a little 900 square foot with a 2-car garage because I got my golf cart and a Harley and all, but you can't build right.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until hopefully hopefully by the end of this year or maybe next year,
Yeah,
things will change, But yeah, for now we're just gonna rent, you know. But
that's
hey, you don't have to take care of anything, right, when you're renting. But then you
no.
got to
I'm a
deal with the
landlord. I know.
landlord. That's
Yeah, I'm a
it. Yeah.
landlord, so I know. Look, there's a lady that moved from Galveston because her son played football here at the college, and then she liked it here so much she ended up moving. And guess what? She's the smartest one on the block because she got no maintenance, no
Yeah.
insurance, no taxes, no grass
That's right.
cutting. And
Yeah.
I make fun of Miss Nora because now she's like part of our family. But I tell you what, she is the smartest one on the block.
Yep. Yep. So and that's another thing we're thinking about doing too is buying a
Let me
condo
try
because
it again, Johnny.
oh
My
boy,
volume audio is not working.
Now I hear you.
I
I
can't
can
hear
hear you,
you.
Carlos. You can't hear us. But yeah,
He wants to try it again.
condo would be all right because you don't have any maintenance and that way
Yeah.
too, So at our age, I don't know if I want to take that responsibility of
Well,
having a
look, I
home
got
and
it. You can
having
see in the background, I got 2,700 living and about 4,000
yeah,
total, and it's just me.
nice. Wow,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so
Wow.
One more time.
Yeah, it's,
Leave it alone.
you
I'll make
okay?
do.
Can you
Good
hear me?
afternoon, Mike. Good afternoon, Johnny.
hey, what up?
What's up,
What's
Carlos?
up, Carlos?
I sent you a message on Messenger, Mike.
Oh, I seen it already there, prick. I see. Popped up. I'm trying to look at the chats and all of a sudden blink, it comes up.
I can't see the chat anymore.
No.
Yeah,
Anyway, you
we
did
just
good when
goofing
you
off,
tried
Carlos.
your FPV.
Hey, so yesterday I took out the 5-inch I built. I told you I built the Xylo 5-inch. I did pretty damn good. I got a big old field. It was about the size of a football field. And I mean, I broke a bunch of props because I got to get the throttle control down. It's up and down. You remember how I'm doing that? I'm doing good with it. Then I flipped it in acro a little bit and yeah, so it went okay, but then I just lose my bearings. Like it's horizon mode right now is where I'm at. Eventually, I'll get up to acro, but
Spend $20 if you have a decent computer and get one of the simulators.
I got
I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Are you using it though?
Yeah, yeah. Not as
All right,
much as I should be, but I got it. I bought it. It was like $25. I got the whole
See if you can
package.
put an hour or two into your simulator a day.
Carlos, I got to
All right.
tell you, man, you can rip those FPV drones. I mean, I
I've
know.
crashed a lot of them, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but I mean, I tell you, and I know Mitch taught you everything you know, but you don't have to admit it, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun yesterday. Now I just ordered a bunch of props for it. I had three sets that came with it, and I broke. Jesus, I'm down to the set that I have on there a -1. The left one, the counterclockwise, I kept breaking that one. So yeah, every time it hit the ground, it would, it wouldn't break every time, but when it broke, it broke. But
Hey,
Did you
Jackson,
disarm quick? You hit the disarm as quick as possible?
yeah, yep, that's right. Yep. As soon as I'm getting into that habit is my finger's right on that button bone. As soon as it hits, or I think I'm gonna hit the ground. I hit that disarm.
Well, sometimes
Disarm.
don't disarm too quick too. Sometimes you can actually work your way out of a situation.
Yeah, yeah. It's all practice, right? Like you said, the simulator.
And you have to actually get used to that goggle view. That's a whole nother thing you got to get used to.
Right. Yeah. So
Carlos, did you like crash a bunch of drones practicing? I mean, you did.
Yeah.
I mean,
even the Tiny Hawk. I'd be honest with you, I couldn't fly 10 feet in front of me. I was getting a little nervous, and then you just keep at it.
Right.
You play with camera angles. You have to. What happens usually is you overcorrect with your thumbs, and it causes the bird to twitch and go out of control. And eventually, you get the hang of. All right, maybe I don't have to move it just.
Right.
But in the beginning, it's frustrating.
Yeah, it was.
I remember in the beginning thinking that there was something wrong with me because why do these guys make it look so easy? And I'm struggling just to make, to make a simple little.
Bob Casey's in the house.
There he is.
So,
hey, Bob.
but you just got to keep at it, and everybody says it, and it's true. All of a sudden, it just clicks. Something just clicks. You get the the combination of thumb movements and make
And
everything go.
there was a while yesterday, I would say, like, I don't know, 30 seconds where it was going nice and smooth. I was going straight down the field, and
For your
then
turn.
well, then I would I would turn, and a couple of passes were good, but I really have to concentrate. If my mind wandered a little bit, I'd have to concentrate on where my buttons are. And if I, like I said, if my mind wandered, then my bird would go off. So you really gotta, for me, I gotta concentrate until I get muscle memory going. You know what I mean? To know
You also have to
where.
consider the amount of space when you're going to turn either the drift, or you have to correct it with the sticks so it doesn't drift.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
You can make
Exactly.
like a flat turn and kind of like spread it out, or you can whip around a tree really fast. You know?
Right.
All depends on.
Eventually, I'll get there. I'm determined.
Yeah, there's no rush. As long as you're enjoying the journey and the trip, that's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Or they could go under the gazebo and through the park benches at like Sunday morning. I mean, they were doing.
There you go. That's right.
But you can get away with the little ones. I would never try something like that with props out. You know, the Tiny Hawk freestyle or anything. You don't want to ever hurt anybody.
Well, Carlos, we got somebody that I think taught you everything you know about flying. I mean, I'm not going to say that Mitch told me that, but
there he is. Look at that.
Yeah. You know, Dad? I was just carousing, and you know, being retired like I am, I don't have to work. But I wonder what all you young guys are doing, screwing around on a live stream when you should be working.
I took a lunch break for a few minutes. I got to get back in about 20 minutes, but hey.
Okay, that's all right. I'm just pulling your leg. How you doing, guys? I saw you on there.
Good.
I saw Carlos. I'm waiting for Art, because there's never a live stream that Art where Art doesn't show up.
Oh,
and
But I wanted to retest this internet. I had so much problem last night, but I think I had 6 people on, and I think it's got a lot to do with the feed. I don't know what the hell was going on.
actually, from what I've learned from using StreamYard, Johnny, is that none of what's going on in StreamYard actually goes through your internet feed. It's all direct from their servers, and it's like Carlos's thing goes to StreamYard servers, and that goes out to the internet. The only thing that involves you is your part of the feed, your connection.
See,
so
I never had any trouble up till last week, and then of course we had a major storm going on, but I kept freezing up last night, and so I don't know.
Yeah, you may have had a bad.
It's Mitch's fault.
It's my fault. Yeah, well, that's my job. I mean, my job in this community is to take the blame for virtually everything that happens to anybody. So I'm okay with that.
And Doc Murdoch called me after. He said, "Well, I just have an iPad, it's an MacBook Air, and it's not the fastest processor." So he was thinking that, but I just
that works. I have a MacBook Air that I use.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Johnny, you just have to reboot your your cable modem and your wireless or your wireless router. You probably have
one at a time.
Yeah. Reboot the cable modem first, and it'll go through its blinky sequence, and then once it reconnects to you have cable, I guess. Once it reconnects and it's working again, then you can reboot your router. And of course, what'll happen is all your gizmos, like your Roku's and your Alexa, Amazon, they'll take 15 minutes or so probably to reconnect and for everything to start working again.
Yeah, I have UVerse, and it so far I really never have a problem, but it is what it is.
So Michael Blade, don't be surprised if one day I message you. I'm gonna come and visit my nephew and
anytime, bud.
Hit you up at the same time.
Hey, it was nice to meet. It was nice to meet you, Michael, up there.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet everybody. I'm still like, I'm just because I didn't go back to work this week. I told my guy, I said I'm taking the rest of the week off. But it's funny how you talk to everybody like 2-dimension, then you kind of meet them in person, and it really is. It's almost, I don't know, it was kind of overwhelming at first with everybody at once, but then eventually just kind of break off and get to know a couple of people, So it it was cool. It was a good time. My wife had a great time. All in all,
Good.
it was definitely. I can't wait till next year now. So
Yeah.
it's but maybe I'm hopefully. I think Ray was saying maybe in February or April or something like that.
I think they shooting for the first week in April now, I think.
Yeah, spring break
Or
was
October.
crazy.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah,
October would be.
Yeah, when it's cold up here, that's when we want to go down there. Any
Yeah.
time.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, so it was a good time. Yeah, everything went well.
It was.
real
I mean,
well.
I hate to say, you don't want to sound, but I say it was a lot better than I expected. I don't know what that means, but it definitely was a lot better than I expected.
You know what it
Yeah.
was? You didn't know what to expect.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you?
Nobody got punched in the face.
I had no expectations, but I was very well, very much pleased.
Yeah. Oh, it was in, like I say, I'd have been really aggravated if I didn't go. You know what I mean? Like then hearing everybody talk about it, it's like, oh man, I can't believe I missed that.
So everybody is certainly talking about it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I got my COVID shot. I got my COVID shot today.
How do you feel?
I don't feel any different.
Is that your first one or second?
Well, I got the Johnson & Johnson shot, which is
Okay.
that's just a one-shot deal. So
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. They say basically that maybe the day after, if you're going to feel anything, you might feel. But so far, so good. I don't feel.
Yeah, I got the second one. I got the Moderna. I got the chills and fever, but not. I mean, it wasn't drastic, but it definitely was, uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what they say about those. They say it's the second shot that gets you. But well, we'll see if I have a day or two of symptoms, whatever. I got it now. I got the card. Now I'm gonna tape that card to my hat and and parade around without after. Well, they say it takes 2 to 3 weeks before it actually becomes effective, before you actually build the immunity to it. Not like we were worried about it over the weekend, were we? There wasn't hardly a mask in sight at our event.
Not at all.
No.
I mean, well, I had both of mine, so, but yeah, and you got to do what's, what, like I tell everybody, just do what you feel. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask.
Yeah.
And if you want to go somewhere, don't go.
You know what I did one day? I got into an argument with the guy about how effective these masks are, and I had a cigar, so I took and filled up my mouth full of cigar smoke. I put the mask on and blew the smoke out, and it went everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought you were
there's your mask.
I thought you were going to say you got a slit in the mask.
No. I blew the smoke out in the mask, and it just came out everywhere. I said, "There's your mask. How effective it is." Because a particle of smoke is about the size, I believe, of a virus particle. So there you go.
Yeah. Most people don't wear the N95 masks, which I supposedly are the best ones, but I mean, who can breathe with those things on? I know I couldn't. No way.
Yeah, not only that, but if you wear those masks, you got to get a new one. You're supposed to get a new one every 2 hours, basically.
Yeah, Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Who's doing that? Who's doing that, man? I mean, I had an N95 mask and it had fried chicken stains on it, and I wore that. I kept wearing it even with the fried chicken stains.
Yeah. Speaking of fried chicken, are you back on your regular diet, Mitch?
I am back on that. I really blew the hell out of it last weekend.
Yeah, join the club.
Yeah. My stomach was all messed up when I got home, eating all candy and junk food and
bread at the Texas Roadhouse was incredible.
Oh yeah.
Donuts and pizza and terrible. I see Chris is in. I saw Chris in the house. Doc Murdoch, how you doing? Mike Kelly's there. I see him. I can't see the chat, but I am seeing the messages flash up there. Cool.
Yeah, every week, everybody has to take a $20 bill or a few dollars, throw it in a jar. 2022 meetup.
Save up for
and just forget about it.
So you all heard about that DJI. You all heard about the DJI bombshell yesterday. Okay, turns out it's really nothing. They put out a statement today that basically said, we're sorry for the misunderstanding. We're continuing to support the DJI for the FPV community. We're still making the radios. Because of supply problems, we had to cut the air unit, but we're in the process of negotiating with another manufacturer to make a replacement for the air unit. that should be available around the middle of April. So they didn't just dump on everybody.
It's a pause in the action.
Yeah, and the only thing that's up in the air is in the statement. It says they're still making the V2 goggles, and it said that the new air unit will be compatible with the V2 goggles, but they did not say whether the new air unit would be compatible with the V1 goggles.
So they're having trouble getting components, is what they're saying.
Yeah, the ASIC chips for these things. In fact, the Cadex evidently gets their ASIC chips from DJI because it's a proprietary chip, and that's the chip that does all the video processing. So, at any rate, I went ahead yesterday and I ordered. I Race Day Quads had the air units in stock. The one I've been using, I bought a couple. I just ordered a couple of those, and then I ordered a couple of the Cadex Nebula Pros as well. So I'm set. I'm set for air units for the next year. I got so many of them already that I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to keep using the original DJI system. It works today. It'll work tomorrow, and it'll work next year. And it's. I still think it's fantastic. So
Mitch, a question: that unit will be able to fly with older drones. I mean, the ones you built for years, right? I mean,
correct. Yeah. And the only caution that I've heard, and I kind of agree with, is don't update the firmware until you're really sure that it's not going to obsolete your system. But it works so good now. It does everything I need it to do. I've got OSD elements in the display. I've got 50 megabits, a beautiful feed. Even the goggles recordings are clear as hell. And I don't need would never need anything better than that for the kind of FPV flying that I do. So I'm happy with it. I'm going to stick with it. That's analog.
That's analog.
What's that?
Is that analog or that's digital?
No, that's digital. That's
okay,
digital. Yeah. And I know Paulie got a pair of the V2 goggles, and they're having all kinds of problems with those things, getting them to work right now. And DJI is kind of dragging their feet with a firmware fix. But I was trying to help him last night, went on the forums, and there's just one complaint after another that he can actually see the feed through the goggles. But he can't control anything. He can't change the power. Yeah, it doesn't pick up that it's armed. It doesn't start the recording. He can't record. He can't change the power levels. So he's pretty well stuck using it at 25 milliwatts right now. And I told him, don't do anything, because at least you got it activated and it's working until DJI actually fixes the firmware for that. And the confusion is all with that new FPV drone of theirs. The people who have the FPV drone can bind it and actually activate the goggles. The people that are trying to use certain iterations of the V2 goggles with their old V1 stuff, the Vistas and the air units, can't activate the goggles. In order to activate the goggles, you have to have the V2 drone, the new drone, hooked to the goggles first before it'll allow you to change the goggles into the V1 mode, which is the most amazing screw up I've ever heard.
That's messed up.
Brings a whole new meaning. If you remember in the Army the term snafu, you know what that means. Well, that applies majorly here. Yeah. Anyway,
Unreal.
There's your DJ.
You had a good show last night. I mean, a kind of little after drone party thing there.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I had a good time. We had a good time. I don't know how many more times we can relive the same videos on YouTube before people finally get tired of watching them, but we have a good time.
Well, I think everybody's got a little certain. I mean, I put a bunch of pictures up, and I know someone would duplicate it, but Catherine Ray sent me some, and I stole some off Facebooks, and so I did a little montage of that. But I mean, everybody's got different, and you kind of wish now you had more pictures,
Yeah, and I kind of wish there was like more pictures with me in it. I mean, I watch these things and I say, where am I? I'm not in there. I'm not watching him anymore because he doesn't have any pictures of me, because I mean, everybody that was down here knows that this whole event was all about me, wasn't it?
Oh gosh.
Absolutely.
It was a Mitch up, not the meetup.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't understand the colossal misunderstanding about this whole event.
Well, like I said last night, we need to change. We need some more Michaels. So you just need to change yours to Mike. Oh
my God, I think I finally got them all straight now. I think I do too. I had Michael Blade and Michael Kinney confused for about 10 minutes, and then I finally straightened that mess out.
Yep.
Then we have Michael
Right.
Wright. And last night in my chat, we had Michael McReynolds, who wasn't at the meet, but he's a regular in on my streams. And it's crazy. It's crazy. The only other
Thank you,
Michael we
Mike.
didn't have was Philly Mike. He didn't show up.
Don't we have a Mike? Is it Kelly? No, is it Kelly?
Yeah,
Do we
Mike Kelly is
Mike.
Copper State area.
Okay, he's in our chat right now. Yeah, okay. Mike,
Yeah.
okay. See,
Mike,
there's
Mike Kelly.
at least 5 or 6 Mike. So to buy a drone, you have to have a mic. You have to be a Mike.
Right, and then we got Mike Kelly, and then of course Ray Kelly. So that confuses.
Michael Wright.
Michael Wright, yeah.
Michael, and Philly Mike.
Yeah,
so
Philly Mike.
So we gotta get that.
God.
It's an angelic name.
Oh yeah,
hey, we just need a simple name like Carlos. You know.
that's it.
Yeah, or Mitch. I think I might be the only Mitch in the crowd.
You say you're the only bitch in the club?
That too, Carlos.
Boy, he stepped right in.
Sorry, I
on that
couldn't resist. It was just there.
Mm.
one. Hey,
I mean, listen, I'm happy. I've got my one hater out there. God bless him or her. Was there 3 last night? There was one.
Picked up a couple.
I get a thumbs down before I even go on. I mean,
Oh, really?
every time, as soon as I post anything, if I post a upcoming live stream, within like seconds, there's a thumbs down on there. And
Yeah, I think everybody's got that. You know how that
and
is.
it flatters me. It actually flatters me to know that somebody cares that much about me.
And you know what? They still watching and snooping. So that's what's bad.
And interestingly enough, from what I understand, if you have a mix of thumbs downs and thumbs up, YouTube pays more attention.
Oh, I can help you out, Mitch, if you want.
Because they like, well, that happened to me one night. I mentioned that on YouTube, and I looked, and it was like a slot machine ringing up. I mean, all of a sudden, it went up to 10 thumbs downs.
DeMarco, then here's your next FPV guy. Look, right there. There's your next FPV guy.
Yeah. Good old YouTube.
You know, if DeMarco wouldn't have got kicked out of Florida when he graduated from Florida State, he could have come back to the meetup. But, he had a bunch of parents and dads looking for him. So,
Oh boy.
Well, I just stopped in to say hello to you guys and rag on Carlos a little bit. I was going to say the only thing that surprised me about Carlos, other when I finally saw Carlos in 3 dimensions, was the bald spot that I never noticed. Show it to us, Carlos. Bend over there.
It's a yarmulke.
No, show us the bald spot. Come on now. I said, there it is. Look at that.
Hey.
And I never knew that. See, I never knew that Carlos had that. So that was the first thing took me by surprise. And my first words to Carlos when he pulled into my driveway wasn't, "Hey, Carlos, good to meet you." It was, "Man, you're bald."
so y'all never met before. Y'all never met before.
No.
Okay.
Because
funny,
of you,
right?
I'm going to shave my head. I'm going to get a #1 buzz cut and
There you go.
see what
No,
happens.
that was the
For
thing.
you.
We never met, yet it was like we've been buddies for years.
Yeah.
The fact that we had never met in person didn't even register.
Right.
It was Carlos. Yeah, I mean the same, and I know Carlos, and I don't know if I learned any more about Carlos having spent the weekend in person with him than I already knew. Yeah.
I'm the same guy as I call it on TV as I am in person.
But that's
I'm
like
actually a
Captain
nicer
Ray.
guy in
Captain
person.
Ray. I had never met Captain Ray up till that morning, so it was very it was interesting.
I
Yeah,
met Ray
Ray-
once before with Drone Bum.
Yeah, next year we got to get Paulie down here. I don't care what you got to do. We got to
we'll see,
get
God
Paulie.
willing.
We got to
We'll
get Paulie down here. Yeah. Well, listen, guys, have a good stream. I'm gonna sit out here enjoy my cigar. Wait for
Me
my.
too. I'm gonna go take my
Yeah,
nap. I got to be up early.
I'm gonna head back to work, guys. I just want
Okay. I didn't mean to bust up your
All right,
party,
guys.
No, I thank y'all for coming in, and I was just goofing off here, so we'll chat
Yeah, it
another
was
time.
fun.
I thank y'all.
Awesome.
All right.
Have a great
Real
day,
yeah.
guys.
quick,
guys.
Michael Blade.
Yo.
Your weekends are off usually?
Yes.
Okay.
And during the week, if I can help it.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's even better. I like that better.
Depends. Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Weekend's free.
Well, I can always hit you up on Messenger now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, Johnny.
I'll give you
Mitch,
my,
Michael Blade,
I'll text you my,
Take it easy,
my
everybody.
phone number too.
and
Carlos.
everyone in chat. Keep smiling.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
See ya.
All right, Mike, I'll talk to you during the week.